Joining us now, the Heritage Foundation public finance economist E.J. Antoni and Center for Industrial Progress founder and CEO Alex Epstein. Great to see both of you. E.J., to you first on this. Why not just set the money on fire? At least the school children would be warm in the winter.
Well, Dagan, are you telling me over $83 million per school bus is not a good investment? You know, this is so emblematic, frankly, of why we just breached $35 trillion in debt and why the Treasury today just announced we're going to borrow another $1.3 trillion before the year is out. It's because of all the ridiculous pet projects from this administration and all of their handouts to special interests, particularly in the green energy lobby, that have put this nation so far behind. And the result of that has been 40-year high inflation, a tripling of mortgage rates, and today's cost of living crisis.
And, you know, Alex, it's also all part of a giant psyop in order to cause young people to be absolutely terrified out of their minds that the planet's going to end if we don't spend, as E.J. pointed out, $83 million per school bus.
Well, unfortunately, that $83 million per school bus is about the best energy policy Kamala has advocated. No, it's really important because it's one thing to throw away a bunch of money on subsidies, and that's really wrong. But it's much worse to shackle the entire American economy. And that's what Kamala called for when she said she unequivocally supported a ban on fracking. That means getting rid of 60% of U.S. oil, 75% of U.S. natural gas. And then she was also a co-sponsor of the Green New Deal, which sought to outlaw all fossil fuels and all nuclear by 2050. So if she continues with this kind of policy, she'll be by far the most, and she gets elected, she'll be by far the most anti-energy president in American history.
E.J. mentioned the $35 trillion in debt the U.S. is now burdened with. But according to Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, the green spending agenda, over the next 25 years, it's only going to cost $3 trillion per year through 2050. Alex, to stay on this, Kamala Harris also, in her proposal before she was the vice president, she proposed banning all gasoline-powered automobiles in the United States 9 years from now.
Well, so the $3 trillion, you just think about that. I mean, I think that's a huge underestimate, but that's what, something like more than $20,000 a household? I'm sure most households just have that lying around in order to pay for random, unreliable green energy. And then you look at what does this do to our competitiveness? If we're overpaying for energy to the tune of $3 trillion a year, is anyone going to buy our stuff? Are we going to be able to afford to buy our stuff? So this is just, again, sacrificing U.S. freedom in the name of climate catastrophe, even though fossil fuels have made every aspect of life better, including they've made us safer from climate.
Absolutely.
EJ, which is worse? Which is worse here?
Yeah. Well, let me put it this way, Charlie. You know, if we look at Kamala's record, right, it is essentially 100% aligned with the green energy lobby. She was the tie-breaking vote for both the American Rescue Plan Act and the Inflation Reduction Act, which had loads of green energy subsidies in them. As you guys just mentioned, she also was one of the co-sponsors on the original Green New Deal. And at the end of the day, all of these things are going to cripple the American economy, and that means a lot more cost for households.
Right, but it enriches their cronies.
That's right.
And it gives them more power and control, and that's why they're in that racket in the first place. Gentlemen, great to see you. E.J. Antoni.
Thanks so much.
Alex Epstein. Thank you so much. This guy is here all week. And happy birthday, Daddy. I love you.